how does the corporate sphere differ for the LGBTQ community?
The word corporate itself used to scare me. I remember when I was sitting for placements and I was like, oh my God, I need to prepare for the corporate world. I knew I have to have my hair black. I have to remove all my piercings. I better not wear torn jeans.
Right.
So I was ready to buy 10 boring shirts of plain or stripes, or I was like, I cannot wear color anymore. And the corporate world becomes even more challenging for queer people because, especially a person like me who is so bright and colorful,
Right.
it gets super challenging because if I walk into the office like this, and this is now I work at Google, I walk in like this very comfortably. But I have worked at an organization where this was looked down upon.
Right.
Especially being in recruitment, my manager would say, Ashish, you're talking to candidates. What impression will it give candidates? Where I was thinking that it will give a great impression. It will tell them that, hey, it's such a cool organization. Lets you be who you want to be. But no, apparently my manager thought it was unprofessional.
How do you think our community can actually thrive in the corporate then?
I would totally advise everyone to stop pretending and trying to fit in, to stop hiding behind a mask. I remember when I first joined my first workplace I was talking about, I was pretending to be someone else. I was just not being myself. I was like, I better not say I went out with a guy. I better not move my hand so much. All of this would just consume my mind so much. I started doing terribly at work.
Yeah.
And when I came out, I was like, okay, so I can just be myself now. I can just totally focus on my work for those 8 hours of the day, but totally depends on organizations and people around you. And you can be yourselves there.
What other actions can employers take to make it easier for people of our community at work?
Google it. There is so much information on the internet. All they have to do is just type, hey, what do I do if I have a gay employee in my team? And it will give you list of articles, list of suggestions that you can do. Do your own research. Don't wait for that day also that, okay, maybe someday when a gay person or a trans person comes to my team, then I will learn all of it. Just be prepared.
Absolutely.
Read up already. There is enough material on the internet. Employers definitely need to hire more queer people also. Please actively reach out to organizations that help in placing LGBTQ candidates. Please hire more queer people because only they can tell you what they want in your organization. How can you be more inclusive? When I joined that particular organization, I told them that, hey, change the posh policy. I told them that, hey, we might need gender neutral washrooms as well. Not for me, but for maybe a trans person who might come in. I mean, allies are doing all of that also, but getting a queer person and their perspective would help you a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sensitization, I think, is the most important part. There are so many times, I know of this one particular incident, one organization like, we want to hire trans people, let's do it. They hire a trans person. That person, when trying to enter the office, the security guard does not let them enter. Says that, what are you doing here? And I'm like, when you are hiring a trans person, please make sure you sensitize the entire organization, not just the team they are working in. From the security guard, tell the security guard that trans people will come in. They are a part of the workforce. They're not here to beg. So please don't stop them. That security guard just assumed that this trans person is trying to enter a corporate to beg. So sensitize your security guard, sensitize your food staff who's in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Everyone in the office space needs to be sensitized. Even the cab person, if you're providing a cab, sensitize the cab person as well that this is a trans person. Please make sure they are okay. There's this organization called ThoughtWorks.
Right.
In their 4th round of interview, it's a cultural fit round. First question, are you comfortable working with people from the LGBT community?
I love this.
I was so impressed when I was interviewing. I did not clear the interviews then, but just by doing that, they are making sure that they only get open-minded people in the organization. And maybe even however strong technically that person is, if this person says no, that I'm not comfortable with a transgender manager, they are not hired. That's how strict they are, that we only want open-minded people because there are trans employees here, there are gay employees here, there are lesbian employees here. So if you're not comfortable, maybe you are not a good fit here.